we have reached number 6 in our series. Yes, remember, our series is all about the biggest mistakes managers or owners make in the business. This series is super valuable. There's no better way to learn than from an experienced spa manager or spa owner's mistakes, right? Of course, somebody else has made the mistake and we can learn from it, either on how to correct it quickly or on how to avoid that mistake altogether and implement the correct systems from the word go. So we are very fortunate to be traveling around the globe, around the world, speaking to different spa managers and owners, spa directors, and getting their biggest mistake that they made. What amazing golden nuggets that we are able to share with you. So today we are headed off to the beautiful island of Zakynthos in Greece, and we're going to chat to the spa manager there. Her name is Dimitra Tsantidou, and the property that she is working at is the Lezante Cape Resort and Villas in Zakynthos. As I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful island. So let's head off to chat to Dimitra and see what has been her biggest mistake and how did she overcome it, or how is she overcoming it. Okay, everybody, so we have headed off today in a different direction. We are going all the way to Greece, to the beautiful island of Zakynthos, and we are going to speak to a very Greek sounding, so it sounds really gorgeous, her accent, so you must all enjoy it, a very Greek sounding, beautiful spa manager called Dimitra Tsantidou. And she is at an absolutely gorgeous property that I cannot wait to see. I'm lucky enough to be able to go there very soon, and I'm lucky enough to be able to meet her in person. But we're going to have a chat today because Dimitra has kindly agreed to take part in our series of mistakes managers make. And of course, the series has been launched to help all of us grow, because if we can learn from somebody else's mistake, well, it's an easier way to learn, right? So let's head off and ask Dimitra. Thank you for your time. I know that you are super busy right now, so we are really appreciative of your time. And let's dive right into you sharing with us. First of all, tell everybody exactly the name of the beautiful property and spa that you're at, and then go straight into what has been your biggest challenge or your biggest mistake that you've made as a manager in this industry.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Marisa. I'm fine. Thank you for the invitation. It's really an honor meeting your community and being among successful business people and professionals worldwide. This is a very important subject because we all make mistakes, especially at the beginning, and this discussion may help and enlighten some professionals worldwide. So I'm really in Zakynthos this period. I'm the spa manager at Lezante Cape Resort and Villas, which is the brand new 5-star luxurious hotel of the Lezante Collection Luxury Resorts Group and proud members of the leading hotels of the world. I first started in the business field and gained valuable experience in the sales, marketing, accounts, and customer service departments of several companies for 12 years. 2011 marked a turning point in my career as my pursuit of professional and personal fulfillment led me to shift towards aesthetics from an anthropocentric perspective. So I studied beauty therapy. I have attended since then various many congresses, trainings, seminars in our field, health, wellness, and beauty, including beauty therapy, spa, alternative treatments, cosmetics production, medical aesthetics, business administration, as well as management, specifically spa management. I have been a guest speaker at 5 conferences, both in Greece and abroad. I love traveling for constant professional training and keeping up to date with the latest developments. I'm the World Spa Organization's ambassador for Greece, an educational ambassador for the International Massage Association, and member of Greek and foreign beauty and health organizations. Also, I write articles for beauty and wellness magazines, and 3 years ago, I launched Elixir, a beauty and wellness website with articles based mainly in apitherapy and the bee's products' action to the skin and well-being.
Wow, that's a lot.
This is a bit my professional career.
Lovely.
And I would like to mention also. From the moment I was appointed spa manager here at Lezante Cape, I feel that it's a very, very strong feeling. I feel that I truly belong here. It's the first time after all these years and trainings and jobs, etc., and positions that I feel very, very lucky being in Lezante Cape. I find
a challenge.
A challenge, exactly, thank you, to deal with people.
Oh, yes.
I think that it is a challenge for a lot of business people, not only for the beginners, because being a manager in general requires a lot of work, constant learning, much experience, and not only, of course, in the spa sector. The best leaders never stop learning, and they also make a lot of mistakes. I believe that behind every leader is a road littered with errors, and making them is normal, okay, and a part of the process. But correcting them and learning from them, however, is the key to success.
Yes, I love that.
So every one of us starting our career have made mistakes, even years later still make different mistakes, can determine negatively everyday operation, communication with the clients, with our colleagues, the interaction with everyone. But I think that the most success defining key is hiring the right people and building the dream team.
Yes, definitely.
It is not enough just to judge from a simple interview. I know that most of us have just relied on what they have heard in interviews, because people in interviews, they talk very well. We hear different things during the interview. Their goal is usually to impress us and get the job, which means that some will try to sell distorted best version of themselves. Okay, so just from a single interview, it is not enough to decide who will support the team, the manager, and the company. We need to find it out practically, and this is difficult because most of the times we do not give a test period. So and usually we are very, very busy. They dive into deep waters, as we Greeks say. This can be developed as a bad condition.
Yes.
Of course, this does not mean that it is necessarily bad every time, but it can also lead to the best choice. So our sector requires integrity, consistency, professionalism, because it has to do with people directly. You deal with people, with clients, with their body, their mind. You communicate with them, approaching them for personal issues such as health, their skin, their daily habits, etc. Our mistake will probably emerge very quickly through the weaknesses in our choice, in our therapists or colleagues' choice, communication and skills that will surely appear along the way through their job, through their services or communication or interaction with you and your colleagues, and in general in cooperation with the company. I would like to mention a past situation. I think it was one of my biggest mistakes, but I was a young lady, a young manager. Once I trusted a very young colleague. I met that therapist in an interview. I had a very positive feeling from the beginning. That person wanted to develop his skills, wanted to work in the spa environment. It was the first time for them, and it really gave me this first impression of the perfect therapist. So I was very happy to get that person. That kid presented a character totally different, and it was getting worse every day.
Okay.
I trained him from the beginning in both treatments and communication. I spent hours with him, but eventually it turned out that he was incapable. He was not able to communicate and cooperate because, as we all understood later, there was a problem on behalf of him accepting his calling and accepting me. And so, as you can understand, one person that does not fit, that doesn't want to cooperate with you because they might consider you as I don't know what, it won't work. It just won't work ever. The road was very, very specific for that person. So it occurred that solution. It was the only solution to go away.
Okay, so then in summary, Dimitra, let's just summarize quickly what happened. So am I correct in saying that you would say that your biggest mistake was hiring somebody that misrepresented themselves in the interview process? Okay, so you had the feeling of a perfect therapist, and within a couple of days that was definitely not a perfect therapist. Okay, so, and I want to tell you that a lot of managers I speak to, I'm busy currently consulting to a spa at the moment where they've just hired somebody and that's exactly the same problem that they're having. So I want to ask you a question before I give you like a little tip that I'm going to release next week, is what would you have done different that you would have discovered before you hired this person that they weren't fitting and not part of the team? What would you have done differently?
First of all, my mistake was not hiring him because I had the best impression. He gave me that impression. I liked it, so I hired him.
Yes.
My mistake, I think, was that I spent more time than I should to reverse the situation and find the true person I hired. Finally, I realized very, very shortly that damage to the business the damage to our business and everyday operation was greater than keeping him.
Okay.
So I believe that we must take a closer look or have maybe another way of examining and finalizing our decision of who we are going to cooperate with. We just need something additional. Also, we must observe body language and wonder if it gives vague answers, or when it gives they give no answers to specific questions too. We also need to test a test phase where possible, in order to see in practice the skills of the person before we hire him. Yes. And also the contribution of HR department is important, or when there is not, certainly a professional who has extensive experience and insight in staff selection. My mistake was that I kept him a lot.
Too long.
I gave a second chance, a third chance, etc. I gave a lot of time. I should cut it from perhaps within the first week.
Yes. Okay. So we have a saying in our course material that says, hire slow, fire fast.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I knew you were going to love it.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
So how you saying you should have reacted fits with what we've got an HR module where we cover it, but the whole module keeps reminding the managers, hire slow, fire fast, hire slow, fire fast. So what I'm going to do for everybody in support of this interview that we've had today is next week, I am going to gift everyone with a hiring checklist, which we've done. It's part of our HR module, and it really is fantastic. It's a little tool where you've got a checklist where you tick when you're interviewing. So it's not just about the interview. There's a whole series of personality assessments and this and that and that. So it's a whole little thing that a little spreadsheet that we've come up with to help make your life easier, so that you can possibly not hire the person, but then if you do hire them, fire them really quickly. So thank you so much.
It was a great pleasure. Thank you very, very much for inviting me. Thank you all for being present.
Thank you.
I hope to see you soon, very, very soon. Yes. I am glad. I will see you soon.
Yes, I will see you in a week or in a week.
Talk with you and take all your experience and discussion with you.
Lovely. It will be wonderful.
Thank you so much, Marisa.
And thank you for your time, because I know you're really busy. And also, I want to say again, thank you for opening up. We're approaching spa managers.
It's difficult, I know, because I'm not the opening type, but you are magical. You made me open.
But thank you, because this is how we all learn, by each other's mistakes. You might save somebody else the pain of making the same mistake you made when they listen to this interview. So thank you very much. I promise you, our industry appreciates it.